Hi, and welcome to episode 5 of Silo, season 1. I wanted to do 2 episodes today, so I'm gonna. It's very late, I should go sleepy time, but no. But I don't exactly remember this one, but the janitor's boy, I know what character this is about, so maybe I will not comment as much, and so I will not record as long, because I record twice as long as whatever I'm recording is. So if this episode is like 15 minutes, then I record for about 2 hours. Yeah, so recording videos of Lord of the Rings will be very fun. Yeah, so last episode was pretty much Juliet climbing up and revisiting memories, and then her first moments at her job, essentially. Nobody welcomed her, except suspiciously, kinda. Yeah, let's go from here. And yeah, Marnes is not having a good time. Let's watch. Georgie's file. In the text, they're like, the watch. And he's like, it's legal. It's the exact same answer Juliet gave when she was asked about the watch. That's funny.
Why did you want to hide this?
Yeah, there's nothing suspicious in the file, so why wasn't it with other files?
Thanks.
That's all I get for my running. Oh no. Marnes
I'm
definitely
guessing he had his skull crushed in with the
did
butt of his
not
own
have a
shotgun.
nice time.
It couldn't have been easy.
Who are you?
This is Paul Billings. He's
Oh,
your new.
that's the guy you wanted to be sheriff.
That's the guy you wanted. I like Billings. He looks gentle. I don't know. A very nice, warm look on his face, even though he hasn't really done anything much. Just, I want to trust him. Just gives off the vibes of like a good human.
It's the mortuary team.
That's quite the job. It's crazy how many different jobs we have on this planet and that we do. Like, there are some people that will just clean corpses and prepare them for burial. Sounds insane to me, but I mean, I guess when you get down to it, it's just the same as like doing any other task. It's just some things are easier for us to mentally uh reason with, deal with. Yeah, I don't think yeah, corpses scare me. Yeah. Some people have no other option, but some people just decide, yep, that's what I want to do. Respect. Yeah, must be feeling some guilt as well. She did not put a guard. I mean, it wouldn't have prevented anything, probably. I don't think I've touched a dead body. I've looked at them and I've seen several funerals. Yeah, I've always been too scared. And whenever I was asked, we were asked to say something about a person, I could never. I was just trying to function. Some people can say some so beautiful things about them, stories and laugh, they shared childhood together or something. And I'm just there like, they did now? I don't know. Yeah, insane. Like, it's, I don't understand how you could speak in such a circumstance, but I really admire people who can, because somebody should say something, you know, send them off with a good story. When I get emotional, I cannot get words out. I can only get tears out. I like the fact that all of them declined. You could have just drank from 2 cups. You finish one glass and then you go to the other. I mean, you already soiled the other, so just pouring it in one just messes with the proportions of the drink versus the glass. But okay, it just looks insane now. It looks like he has a juice in there. Who drinks? Okay, okay. Story of love.
We could say they were in love. Were they?
could.
The way they nagged at each other, I always wondered.
He reminds me of the oh, what's his name was in House of the Dragon. The hand, I forget. Allison's father. Okay. The name will not come to me. Okay. It will come later when I don't need it. But yeah, he said he also decided to do the parade thingy and everything so to make the best out of a horrible situation. This is similar master mind working, you know. Well, I don't know what his name was, but his surname is Hightower because that's Allison.
If they were in a relationship, it was unsanctioned.
At their age, who gives a fuck? And if people do care, it's even better.
His face, Billing's face, he seems to me like someone who I don't know, is just like 100% by the book. 100%. So hearing phrases like who gives a fuck from him for him just does not compute. He just looked like what do you mean?
Gets people talking about forbidden love.
Is that a snake behind him? The painting, it has trees and then it has like a serpentine figure. Is it a snake? Is he a snake? Whose office is this? Wait, this is the mayor's office. Mayor wasn't a snake. I don't like this music. I don't like funeral music. It never fits. It never fits. What the hell is this? I was looking at the trees and I was wondering, do they make paper from these trees? I mean, these are fruit trees, and at some point, fruit trees need to be replanted because the fruit become not so nice. I guess wood would be, in general, very valuable in this silo. Do they have wood furniture? I would assume so. I would be very interested to see their resource, like list of resources and percentage and allocation. Like, what do we do with what? You know, like let's say we chop down 10 trees a year and then we use like 9 trees for this and 1 tree for that. That would be fun for me. I don't know what I would do with that information, but I would like to look at it. It would be really cool.
Thankfully, I am but an interim mayor until someone can be elected to fill Ruth John's very large shoes. I'm not her literal shoes because her feet were rather small.
He's such an IT guy. Well, just a creepy and evil one kind of gives off that vibe, but I just like IT guys in general. They have the best humor ever. You can come to them with the darkest humor possible and they'll be like, "Ha, seen that?" I'm like, yeah. It's very hard to find people who do not get offended by extremely dark humor. Person will have at least something they're not willing to laugh at. IT guys, all jokes are good jokes. Love it. Amazing. But yeah, also I like the fact that he started the speech with complete nonsense. But he ended it kind of nice, so it works.
I honestly don't know what to say about Marnes.
I also really like the fact that she also just starts a speech with complete nonsense. You know, not what you would expect someone to say, but she'll probably also end up on a nice note. But I really like that. If you don't know what to say, start with saying that you don't know what to say. It really works, actually.
I'm not sad. I mean, it's sad that he died, of course, but his life, their lives, they're worth celebrating.
When she said she's not sad, people are like, are we gonna lynch her? And then she's like, well, their life should be celebrated. And the people are like, okay, relaxing. Funny. They will fertilize the apple trees. It's almost kind of macabre to bury people, you know, among your fruit trees, but that's also kind of the best place to bury them because it's not like you have place for graveyards here. You have limited space and also, yeah, it's weird. It makes sense, but it's weird. I somehow Feels strange about this, but okay. Then, like, when you eat an apple, you kind of eat your grandma as well. Oh, it's not just apples, it's pears as well. Beautiful and sad.
Jules.
Hey. What are you doing here?
Oh, I know.
Hey.
Interesting. She has no problems hugging people she's just kind of friendly with, but has a lot of problems hugging people who mean the most to her. Um, yeah, she doesn't hug the old lady at the mechanical, doesn't hug her dad. She does not do that with parent figures.
That was supposed to be for me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
That is beautiful. Like you are being given a gift to send. You're going somewhere and somebody gives you a gift to give to another person. You eat most of it. I don't know. It's kind of adorable, but also like, probably this is not the first time when he has eaten somebody else's food or gift or something. She doesn't seem upset.
Everybody's worried about everything. It's a dangerous time in the silo,
And
and
you're wondering if I can do this.
Yeah. Sheriff's wife went out to clean out of her will, died. Sheriff went out to clean out of his own will, died. Mayor died. Uh, Chief deputy died. A random person is now sheriff. There's no mayor. Yeah, things were already not super nice here, so now they're like extra not super nice.
but if you need anything,
That's nice.
I'm just a tin of hush puppies away.
Deputy?
Sure.
That was nice. He's really cool. Yeah, I would exactly do the same reaction. I cannot read. I mean, I can read. I gladly read science fiction, but I cannot read. Um, what is this law? Like rules, guidelines, instructions? No, give me a story. I didn't even read grammar books in school. For languages, I just watched TV shows and played games in those languages, and then I aced the test. So this is why I speak weird. I never learned proper English in school. I just aced the tests and ignored the learning. It kind of works. People can understand me if they want to. That's what matters to me. We gotta talk.
Find out who killed Marnes.
Interesting. People are bonding several times already in the show because somebody they cared for was killed. And so they're like, okay, I don't like you, but I'll go along if you help me figure out who murdered this person that I cared for. And so, yeah. I mean, it's a good motivation, I guess. It's terrible circumstances.
Because Judge Meadows doesn't give a shit about the truth.
That judge doesn't give a shit about the truth. Uh-huh. I am both fascinated and distracted by her silver strands of hair. They're really nice. My rules. Door stays open. Oh, she thinks this guy will be blamed for the murder of Marnes just to blame someone. I have tricks up my sleeve. And by tricks, I mean a sharp object. I don't think that is how it works, but okay. First of all, I think you need two sharp objects to pick a lock, but then again, I've never picked a lock, so. I do not exactly remember the mechanism of locks, but I think you need to move aside the little thingies inside the lock? Do you also need to turn something? I don't know. But I think you need the two sharp thingies in order to pick a lock. This is an awfully orderly apartment. And it does not look like a dude's apartment at all. It's an old lady's apartment. Yeah, 100% old lady. Mm-hmm. Rat poison. And a painting. A perfectly framed situation here. Poor rat, it just got like crossed over. Yeah, if that was Patrick's Kennedy apartment. It wasn't.
Paul, you know Doug Trumbull.
Doug.
Of course.
Doug's a candidate to be my shadow.
Lovely. Doug is weird. Besides the fact that he is like a murderer, just he's not like entirely there. Ooh. I remember what will happen here. But for the time being, they're preparing for the race that they decided that they will organize for the people so people forget about the murders and have some fun.
Can I sit?
Can you? May I?
It's not in the pact, so I don't like it. What? No, Ralph Melby.
Kennedy first. And then can you call me on the radio once you have it?
She calls it the radio. The walkie-talkie. Is it the radio? This is like a small portable radio? I thought the radio was like the big one. I guess if they work similarly, can you transmit messages from a typical radio? What?
You requesting an arrest warrant means Judicial's gonna send a goon to get him right away.
That's why I'm going.
I will counter goon the goon. Hey, the goon incoming. Yeah, look. I'm using my very unsuspicious walk for this very unsuspicious endeavor here. Ooh, look at me go.
I guess everyone makes mistakes, right? Yours was planting evidence in the wrong apartment.
I mean, that's a good plan, but why did she not get some additional help? Somebody who would block his escape. Catch a person who will try to run. I'll explain later. I'm the sheriff. Obey. Because now we have this very unnecessary chase scene. Why isn't there now the sliding thingy where the child slid down at episode 1? I think so. It could be very convenient now. Uh-oh. In open space. This is an extremely public act. He is trying to murder the new sheriff. Also, if he could have just kept running, he would probably run away. Turning back is a weird flex. If that knife hits somebody, did. I mean, but yeah, they would have to stand at the very, very bottom. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes sense that nobody would be looking there because they're looking at the runners on the stairs, but still. It's hilarious that she broke his finger and he did not break hers. Just jam your foot on her arms. Break all the fingers, then she cannot hold on. He is really like trying but failing at like the murders and just I don't know. Poor guy. He ran away because she broke his finger. Uh-huh. I kind of like her reaction when she was pulled back to safety, but that she looked at her hands, that they're really that they're hurting and so on. But I don't know the way she moved. She leaned on her hands a lot, and I don't know. I think maybe her hands should be numb at this point a little bit. Like a little bit more emphasis on how you're unable to use your hands because you were holding on so much that your hands kind of give up. But I like that there was at least some of that here.
Well, I was just gonna check out Kennedy's apartment. I didn't think someone was gonna try and throw me over the rail.
But she knew there was gonna be a person there. Boss, I fucked up again. He's like someone that has a lot of ambition but no real understanding about anything. Maybe you want to be like a professional gamer, but you will not discipline yourself. You will not eat healthy. You will not sleep well. You will not exercise. You just think that by just playing the game, you can be a world champion. No, it's a lot of hard work and there are a lot of steps, and you need to fine tune those steps along the way. And this guy is like, I'm gonna be great, yeah, and has absolutely no idea about the steps. Yeah,
Do you have any idea what's behind this door?
brooms.
This is my favorite time. So quiet, so still. He was a janitor. People look down on him or our
That's mean.
family.
I think in Bruce Almighty, the janitor was God. So you cannot look down on anybody, really. It's usually janitors that have like extra quests in all the movies. So there's nothing wrong with being a janitor. It's a nice thing. You make things clean. There's a mess, and you come in and you make it nice. Isn't that great? It doesn't matter what your task is, as long as you're doing it well and as long as you are providing with doing your task. I think that's amazing, regardless what that task is.
Everyone contributes to the survival of the silo.
Yeah.
But a janitor is still a janitor.
Mm.
My mother treated my father like he was nothing, and he said nothing in return.
I like this environment less and less every episode, but I mean, I don't know. There are some science fiction books where they try to make smaller communities as humanly good places as possible. And in this tight community, they could do it potentially, but they just don't.
I was wondering if maybe my dad has something to do with it.
Is that his real beard or is it glued on? It could be his real beard. I don't know. It looks suspiciously perfect, so I'm wondering.
That the people behind that door do the most important work of the silo. Work that keeps 10,000 people alive.
So do the people who fix the chair. Yeah, many people think this way in the silo. You know, that's exactly the speech regarding the generator. We keep the silo alive by keeping the generator alive. And they're like, we are keeping the silo alive. It might take more than just one person, one faction to keep this thing running.
Douglas Trumbull, do you of clear mind and conscience pledge to be my shadow?
Look how happy Douglas is.
Are you willing to give everything you have to serve and protect the people of the silo?
Yes.
Good.
I waited for the clunk, and then I got it. I mean, technically, he said he's willing to do whatever it takes, and so if what it takes to keep the silos safe is to kill him, then he's willing to die. Hey. Mm. Yeah. Also, how was he standing if he can be pushed out of balance so hard? Is it possible to push someone in the chest so hard that they fall over? Because he was also standing like really straight and like on feet parted, so his weight is like nice and distributed. Suspicious. I mean, yeah, and the railings are quite high as well. I don't think in that specific situation it physically could have happened, but yeah, sure. In some other situations, maybe.
I don't know. We're going to look into it.
Don't spend any more time on it.
She looks like she's in a lot of pain of one kind or the other.
You got family on 105?
That's slower meds, not down deep.
Right.
Our kind don't eat babies. You
Aw,
did a good thing.
I like that they're parting on better terms. They still don't like each other very much. I mean, Julia didn't dislike this girl. Um, but yeah, this is a little bit nicer now.
I didn't see why Holston would want you to be sheriff. But now I think I do.
Uh-huh.
So for as long as I'm mayor, which I sincerely hope won't be for more than a few months,
Stop it. He's been saying, "Oh, I'm not going to be mayor for long. Oh, no, well, I don't want to hold this position." He's been saying that so many times. It is so hella suspicious. He wants to be here so much. He evil, man. Well, not like evil, evil, but has an agenda that is different from agendas of other people. So
Hey,
now she's approaching him.
Hey,
what are you working on?
there are these lights in the sky.
We call them stars.
They're traveling in this big circle.
Okay, now the theory is about is this real or not? The screen. Um, if those are well, they look like stars. So if that is actual outside, then obviously stars would rotate because the Earth rotates, right? So then this would very much be outside. Then again, if this was very well engineered, fake screen with fake outside, then one could also very fakely, masterfully engineer fake stars and their rotation. They just need information to do it. So this doesn't exactly tell us that this is the actual outside, but it might be harder to simulate the stars in their exact positions mechanically. I mean, because it doesn't look like this place has things like internet or contact from outside this place. We don't know, of course. Maybe the janitors do, but uh yeah. Why would you spend so much resources to do accurate star maps on a projected screen? It's not like people really pay attention to them except for this guy.
I see a W.
Just add it to the list. Things we don't know anything about.
He's kind of careless. He's saying things that are not really bueno for the silo, and he's saying that those to the sheriff. He's lucky that the sheriff is also the one who wanders.
How old is this?
What day is it? This missed his head by an inch. People saw you hanging from the rails. What the fuck is going on?
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me?
No, I can't. Talking about rebellion? I'm right here, I'm sheriff.
Ridiculous. Do you know why Judicial destroyed it?
No?
Have you read the pact?
No, and you're like the 10th person to ask me that.
Well, because the fact sucks. It's so boring to read. I would also take 100,000 years to read it. I can't read such texts. I can easily read like all the Dune books several times over, and just like any book that has 1,000 pages or 600 pages, that's like a week of read for me, and it's fun. But hell no, like 20 pages of like law. Ugh.
They stipulate that we can't mechanize the way we go up and down in the silo. No lifts, no pulleys.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there was a lift, which they could definitely very easily create and maintain, there wouldn't be such segregation because everybody could just easily move up and down. Now they physically have to move and they're really busy, so they don't have the time to do it. Very sneaky power structure building.
I need to open up an investigation that allows me to look into what happened to George.
How are you going to do that without tipping them off?
I gotta use the right bait.
Oh, she's gonna get the ducky. When in doubt, do duck. Duck, 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 duck. I mean, somebody somewhere should be able to see that electricity is being turned on and off in this place, so. Huh. Box. So many options. Yay! Duck! It's the most fun of all of them. Heck. Yeah. That's it. I like that the duck is used in such a intense scenes. Like, yeah, menacing look. I will use the duck to wreak havoc. Yeah, this was a decent episode. Things are slowly starting to build. Things are gonna escalate in a really nice way moving forward. And I'm really excited to watch the last 5 episodes so I can watch season 2 because I really want to, to do it in an organized fashion. So watch all season 1 and then watch season 2. Because if I watch season 2, episode 1 today, which I could, I will not have had the emotional experience of just finishing season 1. So I want things to be done in an organized fashion more than I'm curious about what happens in season 2. I haven't even watched a trailer because I think trailers are spoilers. For me personally, I don't watch them. And I haven't read the books as well, which is interesting because I've read a lot of science fiction books, but of course there are so many that you cannot possibly read them all. I just read mainly the masterworks and just very known ones. Maybe this wasn't that known. Don't know. But yeah. Excited to keep watching season 1 and extremely excited for season 2 because now I'm kind of watching it somewhat more relaxed, especially if there aren't extremely emotional things happening, and then I feel kind of, chillaxing, kind of vibing here. But watching things for the first time, everything is intense, everything is very emotional for me, so could and would be very interesting. Okay. Peace.